Hello, welcome in. This is Ksenia Guides Live, and this is our part 4 of series Letting Go. And today we're talking about shame, our lowest emotion that is present on the scale of emotion that we've been talking about. And just to recap, though, so there is a scale of emotion that we operate as humans and on energetical level. So every emotions radiates certain frequency that attracts experiences of that frequency. And the goal of us, of humanity, of growth and elevation and evolution and human is to rise our frequency into higher dimensions, higher frequency of emotions, and operate on those levels to experience higher frequency life, higher frequency experiences, and receive all our abundance. So, all right. So this system of emotions is really affecting our bodies. And so when we operate always on the lower frequencies like anger, shame, guilt, in years, if it's not released or healed or processed, it creates physical illnesses, diseases in our body. So every chakra correlates with the emotional frequency of the spectrum. And so the red for the root chakra, is always connected to shame, guilt, and fear. Shame, guilt, and apathy. That represents how you feel safe in your body. So for example, the root chakra is connecting us to, if root chakra is blocked, that means we are not feeling safe in our body, that we are ashamed of life. So this is like when we operate on the lower chakra, that means like we barely survive and there is no interest, no energy to do anything, to create anything. We just survive and we just waking up and we don't know why we're even here and what we're doing and like what's gonna be. And then always this depressions coming through, anxiety and all this suicidal thoughts and wanting to complete this life, because the energetic frequency of the body is so low, we don't have energy to create and rise. So negative emotion will throw off the energetic balance of your body, and also kind of affect the certain organs that connected to the chakra level. So if we have all the chakras blocked and we always operate on the root chakra, just survival, that will kind of affect our depression. It's going to give us melancholy, some kind of liver disease, or maybe even like autoimmune system disease, because we have believed that we don't want to live, so body starts killing itself through this energy. And then when we rise to higher vibration, we bring in more clearing of this lymphatic system. The energy clears out, the flow is more open, so that our blood, our lymph, all the liquids in the body can freely flow. And then we radiate more positive energy and creating positive feelings, attracting positive and healing energies. And so let me share my screen real quick here. And let's talk about shame. Okay, so what is shame? Shame is the uncomfortable sensation that we feel in our stomach when we feel small, unworthy, judged, humiliated. It is a universal feeling, but everyone affected differently. Our negative self-evaluation beliefs, parts of the self that we dislike and hide from the world. This low energy and unhealed emotions, emotional pain causes other destructive emotions like anger, regret, blame, and apathy, and have direct impact on our physical body. So that's what I was saying, that when we only operating on this frequency, when we're constantly feeling ashamed of ourselves, of the way that we are, that we're not accepting parts of us that are here and present, and we trying to push them away because we're ashamed that we a certain way. And again, it's all coming from our childhood, where we were shamed for the way how we acted, how we reacted, how we did things, how we thought, and all that, when you just a little boy and a girl, and you just experimenting and trying out life, and you've been constantly shamed for being the way that you were, and now you're ashamed of who you are. And then causes a lot of physical illnesses, having unhappy life, and having a lot of struggle, because we always operate on shame. And then also, not only it's affected us, the way how we see ourselves, it's also creating this judgmental mentality to others. So if other people feeling and doing things that we are ashamed of, we're gonna start shaming them and judging them for having those feelings and emotions, for feeling, not ashamed for having this, because we are ashamed of that. We, as a human, every human being, trying to, especially when we have a lot of unresolved feelings, we will try our people around us be on the same level. So that's why when you elevate and when you heal your emotions, people who still operate on the lower energies will try to keep you down, trying to control you or kind of affect your movement up, because they don't want to do the work themselves. And it's comfortable when everybody's the same, everybody ashamed, everybody's small, everybody's scared, and then it's all good because everybody feel that, everybody doing that. And when you start in understanding and realizing that you don't have to feel that way, you don't have to be ashamed of certain things about yourself, and then you learn to accept yourself the way you are, you rise in your vibration, you're changing and shifting, and you are really shifting physically into different dimensions. So you will be taken away from certain situation. You will be losing those people who shame you, because you no longer shame yourself. And so yeah, this is the journey that we have to go through. And let's see, the next slide is then releasing and letting go of the blocks. So think about what are the parts of you that you are thinking of as a shameful. The way you like to eat, the way you do things, the way you think, the way you talk, the way you look, whatever you like, secretly liking, and then don't allowing the world to know it. So you have to hide your true desires because you're ashamed of what other people will think about you if they know that you like certain things and all that. So those are your true gifts and blessings. So again, one must realize that sexual energy, your self-expression, are indeed of loving and healing powers of all we all have. These powers being blocked, limiting us in our creativity, our growth, and make us lose sense of connection with the source. For healing shame, we release all sexual energy blocks, any fears and restrictions on self-expression and self-acceptance, letting go of needs to feed within norms, opening the lock of unleash authentic self. and allowing divine healing energies to intervene and assist you on your journey. So your shadow work starts with working on your inner feelings and blocks. And the first is a shame. Shame is when you not accepting yourself the way how you love, how you feel within, and what brings you joy. So rejecting yourself, yourself acceptance, your self-awareness. So trying to be somebody else in order to fit in the society, in your family, in order to make other people proud or like you because you pretend or play the role of being like them so they don't reject you. But at most of the parts, most of the time, the thing that we reject in ourselves are actually our gifts, actually our unique powers and our authentic selves, because it's been rejected because it's very unique and you never see it anywhere. So it's something that only belongs to you, and in our upbringing, when we are kept as normal as possible as all the kids and all the all the societal norms what kept us under one line, be the same, be like others, don't step out too much, don't be like too much bringing attention. And so all of that created those barriers, those blocks that keeping who you truly are from being seen even by yourself. So the most important is to realize which exactly shames you carry on yourself, how exactly you're blocking yourself from being truly authentic yourself, from truly expressing your desires, your love, your vision of the world and of yourself, and taking that step by releasing and letting go of those blocks. So I have few information that will help release the blocks, that will help release the shame. As the first step of working and increasing your vibration is releasing of shame. And let's go through those affirmations to shift shame. I can love myself and accept my past. I love and accept myself for who I am. I'm a worthwhile person, exactly how God intended me to be. I'm worthy of love and acceptance and accept love exactly as I am. My past actions do not define my present. I'm striving for progress, not perfection. I'm fully present today. I'm letting go of shame. I'm able to give and receive love. I have compassion for myself and for others. I'm finding my truth one day at a time. All right, this is great. So to conclude this episode about feeling shame, so if it's about like feeling shame about who you are, how you look, how you dress, how you like to eat, what's your sexuality, what's bringing you joy, everything that about you is 100% just a mental programming that was meant to keep you small and fit in. So the first step is to really destroy and crush, crumble those beliefs that you should be a certain way and that the way that you are is not the right way. So we're letting go of the idea that something is wrong with you and that you need to be a certain way in order to be accepted, loved. or be fitted in with the society. So this is going to be the first step. The second step is releasing shame about the actions of your past. If you have some kind of regrets about how you acted or what was going on, or maybe how you responded, and you're feeling shame for your actions or reactions, there is again few options. If you really can physically change or like apologize if you're feeling shame for something, or you can kind of something physically change in that situation, you should do it. If there is nothing you can change, if you cannot get any closure, if you cannot contact with the person you feel shameful like about, or have some kind of issue with, or a situation or place or whatever it is, if it's not acceptable, accessible, and that's like all you left with this shame that how you acted or what you did, and then now you like feeling very bad about like yourself or what they think about you or whatever it is. So this is the again self-inflicted shame and self-inflicted anxiousness and depression and fear and guilt, just because you get stuck on the idea that what you did was wrong, and that there is nothing to be done to fix that. And this is not the truth at all. So you have to switch your perspective on that, that now that you did something wrong and that you did your best at that moment, and with all the knowledge that you had at that time. So whatever went down, you had certain amount of awareness, certain amount of knowing, certain amount of love, compassion, and however things went down, it was in accordance, in alignment with what was. So if you're not proud of the action you took or the way you acted, you can tell yourself that, okay, next time I learned my lesson. I don't like how I acted, and I was reacting, and I like maybe overreacted, or didn't know all the information, or didn't know something that I know now. And I know that I forgive myself for the way I acted and reacted, because I just did my best. I just did what I thought was best for me at that moment. And now, some time passed, I learned something, I become more aware, or I healed, and now I see that that wasn't a good thing to do. And I forgive myself and understand that I did my best, and I know the next time I'll do my best. And you just forgive yourself, you talk it through, and you let go of their importance of other people's opinion about you. Like whatever they think about you is none of your business, because directly nobody thinking about you, like all the judgments or likings or dislikings of other people, they're all based on this person inner world, inner perception of themselves. So it is most of the things when people have their story, it's mostly a reflection of their own story, of their own mirror. And whatever you telling yourself, your story about others, is just a reflection of how you feel inside and what are beliefs of your affecting you. So let go of fear or shame of others people's opinion, because it doesn't matter. All that matters is how you feel and think about yourself, and that's what we are working here on to changing self-image, perspective, or self-perception to begin with. So when we start loving ourselves as we are, we releasing of all the shames of the way that we are, we accept ourselves fully and unconditionally. And then from that, we release that negative self-talk, that shameful, situation that we creating scenarios in our head when we don't like ourselves, when we're ashamed of certain energies within us. And the lesson of life is to learn to accept and be in peace and content with who you are. And don't think that it's not going to change. So the more you accept yourself, the more you like yourself, you can change who you are, but not from perspective of shaming it, guilting it, and making it change because it's bad, but expanding and shifting because there's something better, there's something new levels of awareness coming in. So from the place of love and acceptance and forgiveness, that's how we change, and not from shaming, guilting, and judging ourselves. All right, I feel content. So yeah, repeat the affirmations. Stop any negative self-talk. If you did something like, if, for example, there's examples coming up, like for example, when you eat something and then you just ate and then, oh my God, shame on me, I ate so much. I'm doing bad, I'm a bad person, I just ate this thing. But when you eat it, it was good, it was delicious, it was all that you wanted all week. They eat the thing or drink that drink or do whatever, and then after you're done, you start shaming yourself for doing this, and this creates really negative negative reflection in your system. It's like your inner child gets hurt because it can't do what it wants. It's always under pressure of being good, of being right, of being a certain way. And that your, as an adult, as a higher self, as awareness of the soul of your body, is to shift your perspective of your mind, of your ego, to allowing yourself to have that cheat day, allowing yourself to enjoy things that you enjoy. So as long as there is a balance, as long as there is like, agreement within yourself that like, okay, today I eat this and tomorrow I'll be running or whatever, without negative affect or aspect of the thing that you do. So as long as you do things that you like without having the negative a negative aspect to it, there's nothing bad happens as long as you don't believe it. So if you believe that like the things that you do are bad for you, then don't do it. But if you keep doing it, then stop shaming yourself for doing it. This is all like kind of bringing awareness to who you are and who is in control. You have to take your power back over your own body. You have to own your body, own your thoughts, own your actions. Don't allow programs to run you. Don't allow emotions to run you. Don't allow other people around you. You have to stake and stand up and take your power back and be in control and be saying, I do what I want and this is all good, like as long as you're not hurting other people and don't affect negatively, like, on the collective, you can do whatever you wish. That's the beauty of life, that we have our free will. We can do whatever it brings us joy, and the goal of life is to live joyful life without causing other people struggle and suffering by having things that you want. So we share in space, we share in this life. So everybody doing what they want as long as it doesn't hurt other people. And don't hurt yourself for doing things that you like. So letting go of shame is our first step onto rising our vibration, feeling more in love with ourselves, feeling more abundant with options and opportunities that we can live our life and eat what we want and do what we want and what we like, without having this burden on our shoulders for actually doing the things that we want. All right, I think that's it. All right. So I'll be back with the next part for letting go. For now, your home assignment is to Continue repeating the affirmation and releasing shame, and really catch yourself where you bring these shameful statements about yourself or others, and just shift the perspective and from shame to acceptance, and allowing things happen the way they are, because everything is on divinely protected, guided, and created. Everything is for a purpose, and everything happened the way it should be. Just stepping away and allowing the life unveil and certain situations to unfold for you to shift and elevate. So letting go of this lower vibrational and opening up our lower chakras by accepting your body as it is, accepting your life, accepting where you are now. And then we'll move from there. Okay, I'm sending you all love and light, and I'll see you next time.